watching Marion and Huntsville, and I think his name is Marcel. And he's not really emotional. Like, he doesn't show his emotions, but what he does have is a plan. And he busts his ass to make sure that plan is executed. I don't think that his wife really understands it, but I like men like that, or people in general, even women, that have a plan, they stick to their plan, and they do what they gotta do to make sure that plan is executed. Vision. He's focused on the future, and then all the sacrifices he's making now will pay off in the future. But I wish that they would communicate more, so it doesn't have to be a place of like you're getting hurt as the wife or you're being misunderstood as the husband, but you guys get an understanding from each other. Like, I'm working this hard for our future, and then have those conversations, and then do make time for one another. Like, you grow apart because the wife will focus on one thing, the husband will focus on another thing, and you guys won't come together, and you won't be focused on the same thing, even though you're kind of focusing, like, you know, you're focused on the family, they're focused on the finances, or vice versa. But yeah, it's difficult. It's very, very difficult if you guys don't come to an agreement together and make a plan together and formulate your plan together. I was really expressive as she would like, and he feels like she's not as understanding. I feel like a lot of couples go through that, whether it be the man, whether it be the woman, but a lot of couples have problems with affection versus like being a provider things and stuff like that. And a lot of men weren't grown up to be like all huggy and kissy, or women are like a little closed off to affection and stuff like that. But I like affection, and I like to talk money, so maybe I can find somebody like that, but still has a sense of humor and still likes to have fun, because I don't want no boring ass nothing. I want to still be able to go out, and I still want to be able to work on my finances and my goals financially for the future. And I still want to be zen, like ratchet zen. That's me. So I want all those things, but I also want to live off the land. I also I'm a very complex human being, and it's hard to stay sweet after that. And that's why I want to make sure I'm completely healed before I deal with anybody, because I want to be who I was. I don't want to be like hard and stuff like that. I want to be who I was prior to all this hurt coming to me, you know what I mean? But it's a lesson, and it's something that I have to grow through, and I also have to recognize things and see triggers, you know what I mean? Learning what triggers me, because it's probably something in me as well, and all that shit, you know what I mean? I typically deal with people that feed into my abandonment issues a lot. I don't like that. Hold on, y'all. And I want to know why I do that. And that's because something inside me isn't like healed all the way. You know what I mean? So I know what I'm not ready for in life, and I'm not ready for nobody's relationship. Like anybody else, I gotta live with myself. I gotta live with me and my decisions. So I gotta really focus in on those types of joints, because like honestly, if you're not healed, you just carry that shit. You just add on to the luggage you already had, and some things are beyond you because they happen in childhood, you know what I mean? So you have to carry luggage that wasn't even yours from your childhood, and then as you meet people, just more and more luggage. So yeah, I don't know, I think it's wild, to be honest with you. I think it's crazy to think how much we take on from other people that's not even ours. Like, imagine life without other people's luggage with you, like dragging the luggage with you. It's crazy the things that we endure. It's crazy the things that happen to us, you know, and it's crazy how we're never taught to really deal with it or process it, because our parents, guardians, whoever in our lives didn't know how to deal with it or process it. They kind of tend to just brush it aside, or they're going to call you weak because you need time to develop it. God forbid you shed a tear over something, they're like, you're so weak, or this and that. But honestly, it's normal to process your emotions and cry. Like, it's totally okay. And I remember making a Facebook post like a year ago apologizing to people that I didn't allow to process their feelings, because I was like, hey, let's go party, or let's go drink, or let's do this or that. Instead of helping them work through their feelings, it was me helping to suppress it. And never again. Like, I want to make sure everyone gets to feel it and cry it on out. And that's why I'm just like, you know, eventually it will be okay, but right now it's gonna feel like shit, and that's fine. But whatever you think you're not gonna make it through, you will. You really, really will, and it'll be okay. And I just want everybody to know that, is that as hard as the shit is, as difficult as it is, we make it through, you know. And in that moment, it feels like you're not going to, but you do. And you don't look back at all the strong moments you've had in life. All those moments that you were at your weakest were actually your strongest points. You don't look at those. You look at it as like, damn, I was like this or that, or I was beat down or whatever. But no, that was your strongest point. When you felt all that you needed to feel, that is your strongest point. When you make it through that point, you're strong then too. But don't ever let anybody make you feel like when you cry, when you're down, when you're at the bottom, that you're weak, because that's the strongest point. At the bottom is the foundation, right? And you need that foundation to build up. So sometimes at our weakest point is actually our strongest. And I know, because I've been on the ground so many times, my foundation should be strong as fuck, my back should be strong as fuck. It ain't always, okay? There's cracks in my foundation sometimes, and I gotta go over it and seal that shit. But just know, I'm always get back up. I ain't never gonna lay down. You know what I mean? I'm never gonna let anything defeat me. I may have moments where I'm down, where I'm out, where I'm sad, but trust me, I'm gonna come back up and I'm gonna get mine, okay? So, yeah, just let that be something that sticks in the back of your mind. Like, if you need to shed those tears, yo, just do it. Do it, and I will hug you. I've held so many people in my arms and just let them cry, and it's fine. It is fine. I don't have a problem with it, and I actually appreciate and love knowing people that can be that vulnerable with me. As a matter of fact, speaking of vulnerability, the night where I had that really bad trip out elevation, my friend was saying some things, and honestly, like, part of the things, I'm like, am I imagining shit? Because, you know, my mom was a little saying things. I did verify that a lot of the things she was saying was true, but it felt like it wasn't. Like, it felt like I was in another land. Like, I remember my dad petting me like a dog, but it was super rough, like really, really rough, and I felt uncomfortable. And then I remember them taking my blood pressure, and then, like, I just remember, like, big things. I remember such weird, trippy things, but my friend had said some things where I felt like I do need to address them with her. I don't want anybody ever to take offense to how I communicate, but I know that it's hard sometimes for people that are very open communicators throughout their lives, right? Because I'm the person that when I'm going through shit, I won't say shit, and you won't hear from me, and it's not anything bad on you. And this is why it's weird that I like communication so much, but I have a hard time communicating, which is something I'm trying to work on. Like, I do it with y'all, but I can't do it with peoples, you know what I'm saying? Kindle is the first person maybe that I did it. I started opening up more as time went on, because, like, I feel more comfortable that I don't have to hide shit as much, you know, because I'm letting y'all know, like, the real. You know what I mean? So I do communicate better now with this friend, because now I feel like I don't have to hide, like, make everything perfect and look great and look beautiful, right? But at the same time, there is a space in time where I wasn't a very good friend to her, and she's always been a good friend to me. And I'm just being very transparent with it, because where I fall off as a good friend has a lot to do with me needing to protect my energy and embarrassment. So I don't say things, you know what I mean? so I shut down. And she won't know unless I say something and I'm going through things, but I'm in the moment of it. I don't like talking about it. After I'm done with it, I can tell you everything that happened, but in the moment, I will not talk to anybody. My friend Cree found that out about me. She blew up my phone, like, so much. She's like, bitch, you're gonna pick up your phone. And then I explained to her, like, what happened, and then she was like, oh, well, you need to talk, bitch. And it sounds so fucking easy, right? You just need to talk, bitch. But no, it's hard. It's hard to open up in the moment. It's good to open up after it's done. That's just how I've always been. But I realized I could use my friend's support and I don't have to shut people out, but it looks fucked up on the other person's end. You know what I mean? Because they're like, you're just not talking to me, but it has nothing to do with them. But that's why I took the break from YouTube for almost a year. I was in the thick of everything, and I didn't want to talk about it honestly at that moment. And I came back and I'm okay to talk about it, right? And that's kind of like how I do my friendships, the way I just kind of like disappear. That's kind of like how I do it, and it's rude and it's fucked up, and honestly I do want to work on that because I'm a shitty human being when it comes to communicating what's going on with me. I don't like feeling like a burden to people, and it's just so sad that I constantly feel like that. But that's how I feel when I have shit going on. When everybody has shit going on, I feel like a burden when I have shit going on. It's fucking weird, yo. But yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna work on that. I'm coming to y'all first, and then I definitely want to talk to her and be like, you know, I apologize. And I really, like, tonight, that's who I'm meeting with, and so I really want to apologize. I really want to make sure that I apologize to her, and I make sure that I let her know that I love her and I fuck with her, and she never has to feel like she's harassing me. It's just that I'm a shit communicator, and I tell her that, but I don't think she gets it. And so I just want to really like explain why I communicate in that fashion to her, you know, because I'm ass at times, and just not on purpose. It's just like I'm just ass at times. So yeah, I love her to pieces though, and I know she felt that in her heart, because when you're high, a lot of times you be saying like some truths, you know what I mean, some true shit. So I don't know, because that night that I was high, or that morning, I don't know, I was high for 2 days. That time that I was high, I was called Mr. Magic. I hit up my favorite asshole. I didn't say anything crazy, but I did hit him up, and it's in my high moments, like really high moments, that I think about them. Like, it's weird. But yeah, you do crazy things when you're high. I'm trying to not be that high. I just want to have fun, yo. I don't think about me and one person. But yeah, I just want to be a better person, and I just want to be a better me for me, a better me for y'all, a better me for whoever's in my life, a better me for whoever comes in my future. I just want to be a better me for that. But first and foremost, a better me for me and my kids, you know what I mean? Like, I just want to be, I communicate with them good. Like, I tell them when I have shit going on, or I stay in my room all day. Like, it's just two ways. But I've just been really bad about communicating, because I was always like kind of like shut down on things. So I'm just an ass communicator, and I want to work on that, and I want to be better at it. Even dude, that the other Gemini dude, notice how like I don't communicate very well. So I can go weeks without talking to somebody, and I won't really think about it until something will trigger it, and I'll be like, yo, I haven't talked to so and so in a while. And then I don't know, It's just crazy. I need to work on that. I'm working on like reaching out to people more and stuff like that. Still ass at it, but I'm new to it. Okay, I mean, it's in its infancy. This is a very infant part of my life, so I'm just learning. But yeah, I have like an hour before my sister will be here. I keep saying my sister. I think I'm really missing my sister. Well, not that I don't miss both, but I feel like my middle sister is going through something right now. And I'm feeling her energy, and I feel like I just need to hug her. But yeah, my younger sister's always going through something. She'll be alright. But let me go. The soup was banging, y'all. So what had in it was onion, jalapeno, garlic, and kimchi vegetables stock. So that was literally it. But it was like enough to like warm my throat up. Love y'all, mi gente. You guys hold my heart. And I will see you in the next video, bitches. Bye.